guys, so just before we get into the video, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my channel memberships. I recently did some changes so that there is a single tier for $2.99 a month, and you guys will get all of the perks that come with my channel membership, including custom emojis, members only live streams, member only videos, all of that kind of stuff, and it's all on the single tier, and it is $2.99 a month. I'm really hoping that this will encourage some new members, so if you guys are interested in supporting my channel, please go check it out. Alright guys, so welcome to another Stitch of the Week. I'm actually doing a bunch of batch recording today. So this week's stitch is called Curling Stripes. Maybe it's strips. I don't know. Anyways, so if you're new to this series, I am pulling a stitch each week out of this book called the New Crochet Stitch Dictionary. I will link it down in the description box below. Here are the authors. There are 440 patterns. And that's basically what this series is about. Now if you're new to the channel, my name is Adrian and Kiwi is my parrot. And yeah, our channel is all about crochet and yarn, and on the weekends you get lots of shorts about Kiwi doing Kiwi stuff. Anyways, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to jump right into this week's stitch tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so this week's stitch is similar to last week's stitch. If you didn't catch that stitch from last week, I will put a card either up here or up here, one side or the other. I'm not really sure which side it'll pop up on. But last week's was the ridged lines. This stitch is quite similar to that stitch. So we're going to start off with an odd stitch count, so an odd number of chains, plus 1, which will be our turning chain. So we're going to go with 12. 9, 10, 11. So that's our odd number. And then one more will make it 12, and that's going to be our turning chain. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make a row of base single crochet. So the first row is just going to be single crochets across. We're going to skip this first chain here and go into our second one and just single crochet all the way across. Just like that. And then next we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we are going to work 1 single crochet in this first stitch, but we're only going to work it in the back loop. So when you're looking at your V, you have your front loop, which is closest to you, and your back loop, and that's the one that we're going to be working in. We're going to place 1 single crochet. Now, in the next stitch, we are going to be placing a single crochet in the front loop. So when you're looking at your V, you're going to place your single crochet around the loop that is closest to you. And you're just going to continue that all the way down the row. Back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop. This one's going to be a front loop, and the next one is going to be a back loop. So we are going to chain 1 and turn our work, and we're going to do another back loop into the next stitch. And so that's going to be the 1 row repeat on this stitch. It's just back loop. The next stitch will be a front loop. And then back loop. And a front loop. So it's just a 1 row repeat for this stitch. And at the end of each row, you will be chaining 1 to get up to your next row. Really easy stitch. So this is what mine is starting to look like. I am going to work up a few more rows, and then I will meet back up with you guys to show you what my swatch looks like. I will say already I can tell that the texture of this stitch does get a little bit lost when using variegated yarn. So yeah, probably the texturing of this stitch is not going to show up as well in mine just because I'm using the variegated yarns. But like I said, I will meet back up with you here in a minute after I have worked up a few more rows, and I will show you what my swatch looks like after I've turned my camera back around. Alright guys, so I'm back with my little swatch. This is what mine looks like. Hopefully you guys can see it. Like I said, this particular stitch, the texture does get a little lost with variegated yarns, but it feels quite nice. It's a thicker fabric. I don't know, I like it. I like this stitch. It would be something that I used probably more with a solid yarn, because then you'd be able to see the texture, but I like the way that it feels. And to be perfectly honest, I like the way it looks in the variegated yarn as well. I like the way the colors kind of mesh together, mix up. But yeah, this, I'm not really sure why this one is called Curly Stripes. Strips, maybe it's Curly Strips. I have to remember how to spell stripes. I'm making myself sound dumb. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways, so that's what mine looks like. Give me your thoughts in the comments section below. I'd love to hear about what you guys think about this stitch. If you've used it, let me know. Do you think it works better with a solid color, self-striping, or a variegated yarn? Yeah. I really like this stitch, actually. I like it as much as I liked last week's stitch, which I'm sure some of y'all noticed I did put up here in the corner, if you guys missed last week's stitch. Anyways, I am going to let you guys go for now. I have an 11-year-old little girl that wants my attention, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.